In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Malwarebytes, CCleaner, and Avast free antivirus. I'm going to show you all those things because those are going to help you clean your computer and maintain your computer. So watch me as I run through it. I'll go step by step and I'll show you how to run each three of those programs. Okay, first we're going to start with Malwarebytes. So you double click on Malwarebytes and let's open that up. Okay, Malwarebytes, there it is. It'll take a couple seconds. Once it opens up, it'll be okay. Okay, so that's what Malwarebytes looks like. And you can use the home free version. That's what I always use and that's what I recommend. So make sure you get the home free version. And you can download that. And all you got to do is this button, you hit scan now. And it's going to completely scan the computer and look for malware. Any kind of infections on there, it's going to scan, it goes through its thing. First it updates, then it does a pre-scan operation. Then it'll check the memory. Then it'll scan startup files. After that, it'll scan the registry. Then it will scan the file system. That's program files. And then at the end, it shows the results. It takes time. If you've never used it before, it takes a little time for it to do its thing and run. So we'll just let it run. And you can see that it updated, it's already starting to scan the RAM memory in your computer. So it scans a lot of objects. And depending on the speed of your computer, that's how long it usually takes for it to go through. And you could download this at download.com. That's a safe site to download it from. And like I said, they have a free version, which this is the free version. They also have a trial and a paid version. I always just click off of when they ask you, do you want to upgrade and use the paid one, I'd say no, and I just stay with the free one. But it's your option. You can get the paid one if you want. The free one works good, so I always use that one. It takes a little time. It's going to go through it. It's scanning startup files, scan the registry, and then it looks, as it's doing that, it's looking for problems on your computer. It'll be another couple minutes and it'll be done. It's going pretty fast. I've already did this today, so that's why it's going a little faster than normal. Now it's scanning all the program files. There's a lot of program files on the computer, especially Windows 10. It's doing that. After that, then it comes up to the end and analyzes everything that it found. And then it shows a readout of what it found. If you look where it says detected objects, that's where it detects things. I've already cleaned mine, so it's really not going to find much. But you can look on the bottom where it says detected objects as it's running. And that gives you a good idea of what it's finding during the scan. And then it tells you how long the scan's taken. And then it shows the objects how many objects that it scans, how many files. Here we got 28,000 plus. And then the current scanning, it tells you each and every file that it scans. But all you got to be concerned is just hit run and it'll do its thing and just sit back. It'll take about 5 or 10 minutes. And then once it does that, it give you a readout. So we're coming to the end of Malwarebytes. 28,000 files scanned. That's a lot of files. Because I'm running Windows 10, so if you have Windows 10, there's a lot more files on Windows 10 than, let's say, like Windows 7. It thoroughly checks everything. It's one of the best that I've found. Best programs out there, which is also free and very easy to use. Up to the 30,000 range. It's coming to finish line. And we're almost 5 minutes into the scan. So you can assume that your scan would take about 5 to 8 minutes. If you do it like once a week, then it'll be about 5 or 6 minutes to scan. And remember, when you do this scan, make sure you're not doing anything else. Close out your browser and just run the program from your desktop. Just don't have anything else running in the background or anything. Just run, when you do the maintenance, just run the programs you're going to use and have everything else closed out. Next we'll be doing 2 other programs. Once this is over, I want you to see how it works. That way when you install it, you'll see how easy it is to use. About 6 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's going to end soon because it's on the last part. And again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe and click the bell notification. That way you don't miss any videos. I have a lot of videos that will help you fix your computer, maintain your computer. So I would definitely check my playlists out, check my other videos that I made. I come out with videos a couple times a week, so there's always something new coming. And if you click the bell notification, that way you'll be notified any time a video comes out. Now it's scanning the Windows files, which are the files on the hard drive, program files, system files. That's what the SYS is. There's like thousands of those. There's a couple thousand, several thousand files on Windows 10. There's a lot of files to it. So it has to do a really deep scan and go through everything. Search for all kinds of infections. And like I said, this is something that you can do yourself. It's very easy. Once you run it, you just sit back and wait, let it go through its thing until it comes to the very end, and you can see what happens at the end. I'll show you. I recommend running CCleaner last because CCleaner cleans up all the temps and leftover files from when you're surfing the internet, and it also has a registry cleaner, which I recommend using at the end. So I start out with Malwarebytes, and then I'll run like either Advanced or CCleaner. Either Avast free antivirus, and then I run the CCleaner. So that's triple protection. and all the programs are free. But there are paid ones. There are, like I said, Avast does have a paid version. The only difference is you have real-time scanning, and Malwarebytes does have a paid version also. CCleaner, I believe it's free no matter what. I think there's only one version, but there could be another version that's paid. So it's finishing up now. It's scanned over 123,000 files and counting in a 9-minute, 30 seconds so far. It's going to give out the reading in a second. I don't think it's going to find anything because, like I said, when you look under the detected objects, that's where it's going to be populating as the scan is moving. As it's running through it, that number just goes up and up and up if you have a lot of stuff on your computer. I've seen as many as 5,000 to 6,000. That's a lot of things. But basically, when I run the scan, or when you run the scan, the first time it'll find more than the next few times because it'll get rid of everything. And I recommend using it like at least once a week or once every couple of weeks, or anytime you think you have an infection. And this program can also be used on Windows 7 or Windows 10, and any of the other versions of Windows Millennium and Vista, Windows 8, you can use it on that also. I'm up to 11 minutes now and a half. $139,900 files that it scanned. I hit 140. Now it's going to be stopping. It's spinning at the end. So figure, hey, this scan was close to a little over 12 minutes long. But then again, it depends on the speed of your computer, also how fast it's going to run, and how often you do it. But my computer's pretty fast. I think the farthest it'll go is like maybe 13 minutes at the most, somewhere around there. Now the other programs ready here. One is CCleaner, and one is Avast antivirus free version. Those are the ones that we're going to do next. I use all three of these programs when I do it, when I do my maintenance. Getting up there now, it's 152, 100. Close to, it's really going fast now, the very end, speeding up. That just tells you that there's so many files. I mean, we're going through like so many different thousands of files. Any number of those files could get infections on them, and you really need to scan everything, because if you have good files that aren't infected, if you have infections on some of them, eventually they will start infecting other things and other files. Okay, the scan is over, and it says I knew it wasn't going to show anything. But if it did show something, it would tell you, and then it would tell you to click to remove it and restart to remove it. So that's the end of that. I'm going to close that. That's Malwarebytes free version. Now I'm going to run the advanced free antivirus, which you can also get online. And we're going to open that up, and we're going to run a smart scan. Just click on smart scan and let it do its thing. It's going to be scanning for viruses, and it tells you what it looks for. It looks for weak passwords in your router. It does a virus scan. It looks for vulnerable software that you may have. It looks for browser add-ons like toolbars and things that could be a problem. And also threats to your network. If you have several computers linked together on a network, those computers could infect each other if you transfer files between each other. Now, if you're just a home user, I don't worry too much about the weak password thing. But if you're a business, you want to have a secure, a password that people can't really figure out, and make it just a password that just doesn't make any sense, and that'll be hard to break. I mean, don't name it like, password 123, which I've seen people do. Just change it to a variety of different letters and number combinations with different symbols. Also add different symbols in between, but make sure you write it down. Home users, basic password, I believe, is okay. This is going pretty fast. It's already on 82%. So it's really scanning pretty fast. Actually, I ran this a few minutes ago, right before I made this video. I ran all three of them, just so they would run fast when I did the video. Okay, now it's just showing no viruses, no bad browsers found, no weak passwords found. So I'm just going to close out. The two issues are really not a big deal, so I can click that, and I'll skip it because it's just showing CCleaner. Now I will close that out, and we'll go to CCleaner. And here's CCleaner. We're going to open that up. Now it just says that there's a new version available. That's the paid version. So I just click off and say no, I'm not interested in it. And you can click continue and run cleaner. And you just double click and open up CCleaner. And this is a version that's made for Windows 10 64-bit. So when you're downloading CCleaner, make sure you get the one that's for your computer. If you have a 32-bit computer, then you get the 32-bit one. If you have a 64-bit, you get the 64-bit. And the easy way to determine that is if you have less than 4 gigs of memory, you have a 32-bit. And if you have 4 gigs of memory or more, then you have a 64-bit computer. Okay, so it ran through everything, and then it shows right here how much stuff it cleaned up. So that's what it will do. All you have to do is hit run cleaner, automatically cleans everything up. Then after you do that, you go to the left here where it says registry. You click on the registry, and then you click scan for issues. It will find all kinds of issues, and that will help speed up your computer once you remove everything. So it went through everything. Then you go down to the right here. It says fix selected issues. Do you want to back up changes to the registry? and I say no, and then I click fix all issues, and then all the issues get fixed. So then you just close that out, and you just ran all 3 programs. And if you have any questions, you're not sure what to do, or you have a question about something, about these 3 different programs, leave it in the comments and I'll answer it for you. If you have any of your own tips, leave those in the comments also. Your tips might help somebody else also. And once again, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and click the bell notification. And I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you got some value from it. And now you know about Avast Free Antivirus, CCleaner, and you know how to use Malwarebytes. And these are 3 very important free programs that you need for your computer to keep it running well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.